already took off the lid. Y'all, look at how far we have come in pickle talk. Grab your pickles if you are part of the pickle group. If not, grab a beverage, chill, grab a snack, come hang out, because we have a crazy catfish story today. I love a good crazy catfish story, and apparently the ones on Reddit are pretty wild, so we're gonna get into it. All right, let me get my, oh no, there's hair. Look at all the hair. Although that tastes so good, the dill. Okay. Make sure it's on there good, because I always throw them around. Obligatory. This happened a few years ago. My senior year of high school, I started talking with this super hot emo punk kid named Brian on AIM. Oh my god, that takes me back to the MSN days. Yep, if you know, you know. I was all in. I had just been dumped by my loser high school boyfriend, and Brian was incredibly sweet and always knew what to say. That's how it always starts. There were some red flags for sure. Whenever I would finally convince him to send me a picture, he looked a little different in each photo. Classic catfish behavior. Like, they could have been pictures of different people, but it looked similar enough, and the guy liner was on point, so I just accepted it. If you don't know what guy liner is, it's eyeliner that a guy wears, because back in the day, all the emo kids, they called them, thick black eyeliner. I loved the emo punk look. Oh my god, Mariana's Trench. Homies! I was obsessed with them. We also never talked on the phone. I would beg him to let me call him, but he always had an excuse. Finally, the summer before I left for college, he let me call him, and his voice was super weird. My friend was convinced it was a 50-year-old woman, but I was like, hell no, this is Brian. I was so blinded that I ignored every warning sign. I told him everything. He knew all my passwords. Why? Everything about my day-to-day life. Literally every single one of my friends told me he wasn't real, that I needed to stop being a dumbass, but I honestly loved him. Oh, young love. So naive. That fall, I left for college. My first roommate was a total wine bag who had a mile-long list of rules for the room. No boys ever allowed in. I wasn't allowed to touch her Left Behind series she proudly displayed, no guests after 8 o'clock, etc. So I was desperate to bounce. I don't blame you. I found out there was an empty room and requested a transfer for winter semester. I knew going in blind was a risk, but it couldn't be worse than Left Behind chick. At the same time, I was loving everything else about college. Things with Brian kind of waned? Waned? Because life was busy and I wanted to experience everything, aka other dudes. Love the honesty. He would call me 20 times a day, message me all the time, constantly barrage? Y'all, what kind of words are these? Me about whether or not I had Facebook and wanted the password to it. Hell no. Finally, I broke things off for good. Okay, so at least you didn't have your Facebook password. You said all passwords, okay? The next semester, I move into my awesome new room. My roommate is a fellow freshman from MA who transferred this semester. She was loaded, brought basically everything we both would need for the room. Her mom got us matching bedding from Pottery Barn. That's fancy, that shit is expensive. It was awesome. She was a little weird and like always wanted to hang out the first week, but I figured it was just nerves. The first weekend after classes started, I was chilling with some friends in the quad area and she comes over and throws her keys at me, and is like, have fun effing these losers. I was like, what the hell is going on? I ended up sleeping at one of my girlfriend's rooms that night because I was super freaked out. The next day, it was like nothing happened. We hung out the whole week. She was very perceptive and helpful. I was amped to have met what I thought would be my college bestie. The next weekend, I convinced her to come out and we're having a blast dancing with dudes, and then things were escalating with me and soccer jock. So I let her know I was bailing. We were a 2-minute walk from the soccer house and came with a group, so I figured no big deal. I get back to the room later that night and I see that stuff is torn the F up. What? Clothes ripped out of the closet, stuff all over the floor. She's sitting on my bed and her arm is bleeding. I asked her what the hell is going on. she had broken my coffee cup and carved my initials in her arm. This just took a very serious turn. I run and get the RA because I'm not trying to get murdered. She ended up getting admitted that night and her parents flew down. This is where stuff got even weirder. She was Brian. I forgot we were reading a catfish story. Yo, I was so invested in this girl, I forgot about Brian. I totally forgot about Brian. She's Brian. Is she just like obsessed with you? Oh my God. I need to chew faster so I can read. She told her parents and they told me. She/he decided to try to start things with me as her true self, applied to my school and called the housing department to request me as a roommate, emailed housing from my email, because she knew your passwords, and requested her as my roommate and then deleted the emails. Oh my God. Her parents apologized, said I could keep all of the stuff in my room. They withdrew her from classes and left. I got a no contact order and the crazy story of my life. I was trying to find the picture of my initials on her arm unsuccessfully, but did find this poem she emailed me. I'm so scared to read this poem. That's why she was jealous with you effing the dudes. She was in love with you. Holy smokes, man. Here's the poem. I need to read it in a very loving way. It's poetry. I am the love behind the face. I am the narrator of the story. I spoke the words, I felt the pain. I shed the blood, I cried the tears, I screamed in fear, all for you, all for love. And I dropped to my knees at the sound of your voice. Nothing so paralyzing as knowing I could lose you. But the truth is the truth, so here's the truth. My face is not my face. My name is not my name. But my love for you is so real. Oh my God, she's exposing herself as the catfish. So take it all away, that's how it works. How love is, all based on a name and face. Not really, it's in your chest, in your soul. I can never live without you. I am nothing you want, you will never accept me. All I wanted was you, all I needed was you, a future as beautiful as the sunrise. Oh, okay, we're gonna skip that line. I don't think I can say that. And end the misery of 3 years knowing I can't have the one I love. My heart is yours. I fall for you, I die for you. I, let's say, take my life for you. So long, good night, let me soak in, oh my God! Okay, it's too graphic, you guys, and we're not allowed to talk about certain topics on here. Let me lose you on my own terms, so ending is beginning in this land. Where flowers bloom black and the skies bleed. Depression on the rocks, please. Take it easy, I have all night. Is that, oh my gosh. Is that a gun I see? Is it loaded? Don't play around, you can hurt someone. Oh, isn't that your intentions? I've never seen a white body bag. That's something new. I like new things. I like you. No, I hate you. I have to, oh my gosh. Y'all, I can't read this. Basically, it says, I have to, you now, no more bullets because I use them all in my head. That's not even funny. I'm all laughing and being like, oh, this is a really creepy poem. No, clearly someone is not mentally stable and they're not in a good place. And that's not a laughing matter by any means. I'm not justifying their behavior, and I feel for the person on the other end of that because that would be terrifying and scary and creepy, but clearly there's some mental health issues going on here that are very, very serious, and I'm happy that she's admitted and hopefully got the help she needs. That's not funny. That's scary for everybody. We do have a few Reddit comments because I know you guys like to see the comments on these stories. Oh my God, I just panicked that I didn't hit record this whole time. I did. Because you guys like to see some of the comments that people say. So I got a few of them. One person wrote, why on earth would you give anyone your passwords, let alone a stranger? That's what I was wondering in the beginning. I was like, how did that come up? Like even talking on MSN way back in my day, it's like, what's your email password? What's your password to that? I would never. Even if they asked me what my password was, immediately, you're weird. That's creepy behavior, no. Someone else wrote, as a college student, let me tell you, the craziest stuff happens in college, especially while living in the dorms. I'm glad you made it out because that could have ended very, very different. Very. That's what I was saying. Scary for everyone. Do you guys have any crazy college stories like that? I did not experience the dorm life. I went to university in my hometown, so I didn't live on campus. Is college like that? Some more comments. That is next level stalking too. Curious to know if she looked anything like the pictures of Brian. I know some emo boys look like girls. Someone responded to that saying, I'm guessing not since she didn't recognize this person. Oh yeah, I understand what you're saying because of all like the eyeliner and stuff. Maybe the pictures of Brian were actually her, but then when she got her as a roommate, she didn't recognize her at all. So she probably just took different pictures from the internet and stuff like that, like catfishes usually do. That's my guess. Anyways, that is probably one of the craziest catfish stories I've ever heard. And I watched the TV show Catfish, okay? And that is wild. And because it's true, it's scary. Anyways, let me know any crazy catfish stories you have, college stories you have, roommate stories, anything. Crazy stories, I want to hear it. That's all I got for Pickle Talk though. Hope you enjoyed and I'll see you next time.